The next big UFC fight, if you guys are watching on pay-per-view, is when Penna takes on Nunes. That's on Sunday, July 31, live on pay-per-view. But have a look who we've got in, everyone. The Wollongong champion is Australia's own Alex Volkanovski. Hello, buddy.
Hi.
Good to see you.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, we love having you
Oh, he's
on
brought
the
the
show.
belt in as well, Jackie. Look at the big belt, the
I
UFC
know,
belt.
I could have died. It was like seeing an Oscar in real life, you know? This is but it's so heavy, and it's got all these diamonds, and it's incredible, these
How heavy is
championship
that,
belts.
Alex?
Oh, mate,
What's it?
I reckon it would be at least 6 kilograms or something like that. It's definitely got some weight to it. It's
Yeah,
blingy,
sure.
very blingy as well.
It's
Like you said,
so
it's got all
blingy.
And now please tell me that you've worn that and nothing else and pranced around with your missus or something. Yeah, some weird shit's going on, right?
I'll be lying to say if I didn't do that. You know what I mean? Yeah, you're not wrong.
I bet she goes, go and put the belt on, babe, and come back and...
Because that belt is worth a lot of money. Where do you actually, is it in a safe? What do you do with this belt?
Safe.
Oh, you have it hidden away. To be honest, I bring it out when I'm doing a bit of the media here and there, but usually it just sits in the closet. Obviously it's cool, it's blingy.
Yep.
But it just means much more than what the meaning of me
course.
being the champ is more valuable to me than the actual belt itself.
The value of the
Right.
belt. Yeah.
That makes it. Now, there's a lot I want to know, because I know some boxers and I've met a couple of UFC blokes. We have Dana White on the show quite a lot.
We love Dana.
He's always
and he
fun.
loves you.
Oh,
well,
he
that's good.
loves
That's
you.
good to know.
Yeah.
He sort of compares you to Connor and people like the big names. You're one to watch. You've won the featherweight. What's the plan next? Where do you go now? You're the champion. What's the next stage you want to get to?
I want to get another belt.
Yeah.
So in a different division. So we're looking at that lightweight division. There's a lot of exciting fights up there too. So go get that double champ.
So you're a featherweight champ. You want to go to lightweight. So what have you got to put on more muscle and more weight, or what happens there?
I'll be definitely fighting at a heavier weight. I'm going to be bigger boys, but at the same time, I'll still need to cut a little bit of weight. So that's how much. We do cut a bit of weight to get down to featherweight, so I wouldn't have to put on muscle or weight.
I'll still cut. You lost weight for the featherweight.
Yeah. So I'd lose just a little bit for lightweight, but it would obviously be a lot easier.
Do you remember when Conor McGregor got up there and he had a boner in his undies? Remember that? He had a big stiffy.
I do remember that. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that like? Are you going to do the stiffy or one that's his now? How do you?
That's his thing. That's his thing. I'll let him.
Yeah, you're not into that. You're not into that. Because that's quite confronting, right? Do you look down at the other guys' penises?
Oh, mate, to be honest, when you're cutting weight, it's not the most impressive time to really get it out anyway. So,
yeah, right.
Is that right? And now, how much training are you doing? Is this a daily thing? Are you like 3 walks around the lake a week, or is it hours and hours and hours of non-stop training?
Yeah, we put that work in. It would be anywhere from 3 to 4 sessions a day. So anywhere from 3 hours to even 4 hours a day sometimes, 6 days a week.
Oh my God! And do you eat like a machine, or do you eat lean little bits? What do you do?
Look, the plans are definitely strict. The diet's strict, but at the same time, I got to eat a lot because of that.
Yes.
Look at the hours that I'm spending in there, and we train hard. So you need the calories, you need the carbs.
Do you have cheat days like The Rock?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
mate, I used to be bad with the cheat days.
Did you? What was your go-to cheat? What were you doing? KFC or burgers?
Everything. I'll get like KFC and pizza. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll go on
That's
both.
me on a normal day. That's not even cheating. Is it tough keeping up that? Because you've got to be, we joke here, but this is true athlete shit. This is the same deal, the same effort that the Olympians go through, or anyone that's at the top of their game. You can't muck around. You can get this wrong if you don't pay attention, right?
Oh, definitely. Getting that weight down, and then not just that. Once you get on that scale and then actually putting a reload, actually putting that weight back on, because there's been times where I would eat and not be as strict as I should have been getting that food back in, and next minute you're constipated and things can go terribly wrong. So it's mate, there's a lot that goes in it, the science behind the dieting and all of it.
But surely the day of you're doing nervous poos.
Yeah. Well, that's good. If you go to the toilet and it's we won't get into detail.
What about some of the state? And I know you're a fan of the state of origin. You were supporting the Blues the other night. Shame that Queensland won overall, but let's not get involved in that rubbish. When you're out there doing your thing, is it? Oh, I've forgotten where I was going then because I'm not well.
Oh my God! Did you seriously just lose your train
I totally
of
had a
thought?
brain fart. I
Like,
totally.
why was that
I
there with
know
the
what it is.
groups, or-
I know what it is. It is the footballers say that they abstain from sex. Do you let a shot off before you fight, or are you also abstaining?
It's funny you say that. Someone just asked me that just yesterday. So
Did
it's
they?
yeah, because Mike Tyson did that, right?
That's right.
But it's actually it's false. This guy just told me that he is. I haven't done it for like 2 years, you know, because I'm like, oh mate, I didn't want to tell him that it's like a myth.
Oh,
so I'm like, oh, you poor thing, right? Like I was sitting there.
He's stinging for it.
Because I'm like, to be honest with you, I'm going to be real with you. I'm like, fresh testosterone's a lot better. So like, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's actually
Right. So
yeah,
the more you get away, the more you that
Yeah,
shot. Every shot you let off, it's good. It's not a bad
new
thing.
testosterone, they say, and it's a lot
Wow.
better. So there you go. For all the guys that are holding on, you don't need to.
So do you have people
Wow,
coming up
amazing.
to you and wanting to, like, you know, have a role, have a fight, have whatever? Like, you know, is that something that happens to you often?
What's that? Sorry, I missed that one.
Do
You
have
mean
people-
you mean normal people want to fight him, or just
Oh,
other
not
fighters?
not in an aggressive way, but just like, you know.
Oh no, not to be honest, not really. A lot of people ask me that, like you know, when you're out there, like, do people, like when they're drunk, do they try and take you on? But
Yeah.
I don't know. I think back in the day, it would have been a bit like that. Where now I think people are.
They realise.
Yeah, they realise, like, yeah, all right.
You can't.
they
You're
watch-
gonna get
they
you're
watch
gonna
enough,
get slapped
UFC.
around like a bitch if you say the wrong thing.
Yeah.
But do you have to worry about like how you behave as well? Because when you're at the elite end of the sport, there's a lot of focus, a lot of attention on you. You can't be just running around slapping blokes. You've got to be sort of strict on yourself.
Yeah, of course you do. You know what I mean? Like, again, I try my best to be a good role model. You know what I mean? Like, especially being at the top. So
Yeah.
you know, that's I'm a pretty chill dude anyway. But you know, yeah, you're right. You obviously got to be careful with what's going on. But you know, that's what I'm all about anyway.
And what made you go from being a crane operator in Wollongong to like sitting up in that box, operating that crane, to thinking, you know what, there's more to life than sitting in this box?
I was a concreter, but I mean, but I know
Oh, you
where
weren't
you're
a
going.
crane operator.
Nah,
Sorry,
not
I
a-
thought you were. Oh, my
good.
mistake.
Nah, the concreter. But you know, man, it's crazy. It's funny though. Like, I'm still from the Wollongong. I live around the corner from the gym, and it's just. And mate, keeps me chill, keeps me grounded. I'm still the same guy that was concreting 10 years ago. You know what I mean? That's something that I pride myself on as well. You know, obviously I don't let this big shiny belt get to my head. And
So
things
you've
like-
got
I'm still
that belt
same-
in the
same dude.
cupboard. I feel if you, like my mate Jeff Fennick's got quite a few of the boxing belts. He's got them all up on the wall in glass boxes, like you would imagine most people would. But you're just keeping it real, and you're just one of the lads.
Oh yeah, one of the boys. Yeah, one of the lads. Yeah, you're right, man. That's just, again, like, it's you know, I want to be successful in what I'm doing. You know, this is a sport to me. I'm glad. I love the sport that I'm doing, but at the same time, you know, I just want to be successful for my family. You know what I mean? So that's how I look
Yeah.
at it. I look at that, and you know, I'm like, hey, no one's taking that away from me and my family and Australia. You know, this belt's staying here, and that's what I mean. It means so much more than just a gold shiny belt.
Yeah. Wow.
Did anyone
It's
discourage
impressive,
you, like your mum, or anyone go, "Oh, darling, I don't want your pretty little face all smashed up. Be an accountant instead of a fighter."
I was never pretty, so I was all right. I didn't have to worry about that.
Even your mother said that.
But obviously at the start they're like, oh no, you weren't too sure about it. But now they're my biggest fans. They know more about the sport than me.
So
what a
do you
great
remember
story.
the time when someone actually said to you, I think you've got what it takes?
I mean, to be honest, it wasn't. I've always believed that, right? I was even thinking of myself holding the belt, like I would imagine myself on the belt. I wasn't even training at the time, so I've always felt that. But it was pretty early, where people started to realise, oh, this guy's got something. You know, he's got some good natural
How
ability.
early in did you get that compliment?
Pretty quickly, to be honest.
See, I did a few jiu-jitsu classes.
Okay.
And
God.
in my
Jesus
head, right, that first class, I thought they're going to say to me, "Wow, you've got natural ability,"
Yeah.
but they never
What a
did.
fantasizer.
Yeah, because I am a fantasizer, and I wondered, did you think the same thing going in? Going, oh God, imagine if I did this, and like they just were like, "You've got it, you've got what it takes."
Man, yeah, nah. Look, I don't know. I was just going in there, and I wanted to see how I go. Obviously, in my head, I believed that, but I wasn't too confident in it.
I
But I mean,
wasn't
I
confident,
believed.
but
I believed it. But it was
What
funny.
have you
'cause-
what have you done to your arm there? You're swinging your arm. Is that broken?
Yeah,
Is that-
I broke it in the last one against Max. So I did that in the second round. I broke my hand.
And you just kept punching.
And I kept going, yeah. So it's, mind over matter, right? Like, you got to do what you got to do.
You're
sometimes.
like the human version of a pit bull. Like, once they start, they can't be stopped, right?
Well, that's it, man. That's what, again, that's usually the message I try and give out. I talk about, like, natural ability, right? Like, and things like, but I've never been, like, naturally gifted in a sense. So I'm not some crazy athletic guy. It's just through hard work and discipline and all that type of stuff. It's that never die attitude, never give up. That's what I pride myself on, and this is a good example of it. You know what I mean? And that's what's got me to this belt, and that's why I'm going to hold it for a long time.
If Logan Paul wanted to fight you, would you do it?
Oh, mate, there's a lot of money in that. I'd definitely, 100%.
Yeah, for sure.
I'd even fight him for a lot of money.
You said you know Dana, so let him let me go for one.
Yeah, we'll text Dana now. We'll text Dana in a minute. We'll text him the idea.
We need to set that up. That's huge. I love
Alex,
it.
man, it's a real thrill to meet you, see an Australian doing so well on the world stage. All the best, all respect to you.
Yeah.
A lot of people are very impressed by you.
Yeah,
and
you're a good guy.
Thank you.
Thanks, Alex.
I try to be pretty chill, but yeah. I appreciate actually coming in, and the energy is great in this. So I've enjoyed it. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. You can hear you.
Yeah, it's like a bloody cage environment here, isn't it?
It is.
I love the banter too. Love it.
Alex, man, there he is, everyone. Alex Volkanovski. Now, where is that Russian? Where's that from?
It's Macedonian. So my dad's father's a Macedonian, my mother's Greek.
Oh, well, he should have known from the start. You don't mess with the Macedonians. Everyone knows that. The whole world knows that shit. Thanks, Alex, man. Nice to meet you.
No
it's
worries,
fantastic.
Thanks, Alex.
Y'all been great. Thank you so much.
Kyle and Jackie O.
Catch up on Kyle and Jackie O.
Search Kyle and Jackie O on iHeartRadio
Or wherever you get your podcasts. Kiss.